Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode, I guess. ISM Raceway is the corporate name of this place. It's Phoenix International Raceway to me. The DC Solar 200. This has been a thing. Interesting season. No wins yet. Maybe here at Phoenix. Would I play Fallout 76? Yeah, I'd play it. I've never played a Fallout before, so I might be a little bit clueless at this point. I've been at the parking lot for a while now. I suspect a car night at this rate. Could be worse. Oh, I need a Phoenix setup. Totally didn't think about that. No, did we race in the Xfinity series here? Welcome to the DC Solar 200 at Phoenix International Raceway. Oh, I actually already have a custom setup here. I guess we did a hot seat. Cool. We'll just skip practice then, move ahead to qualifying,
Time to
and
go here.
see
Time to go.
if we suck. Back out in the 42 car. A little bit of a slide heading into what used to be turn one. Cheater line.
Just like in practice, qualifying count. Here we
Just like in practice. Oh. Trying to keep the car planted, settled. Oh, that downshift was unfortunate.
go. All right.
13th to Phoenix. Anticlimactic, but it'll work. 28.227. Using the cheater line. I don't know if the AI used that in qualifying or not. 27.7 for Cole Custer. So we're within a second of the pole sitter. We get better with qualifying. 20th, then 15th, and now 13th. DC Solar 200. This race, the sponsor of this race sponsors my team, but not my car, I don't think. I would love if the DC Solar paint scheme was on this thing. I'm not really a fan of this paint scheme.
All right, be
So
ready.
here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Off the initial start, we use the cheater line. Gained some spots. Didn't mean to turn off the rearview mirror. I'm riding on the apron. That was not intended.
Car outside. Hold your line here. Hold the wheel.
Don't think so, Ty Dillon. Ross Chastain in that Ford just drives up front every single race. And now I'm getting pinballed between Austin Dillon and Ross Chastain all the way back to where we were. Dive bomb. Well, I nearly took out Dillon.
Lane 3. Back it down. Back it down. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line.
I wish this thing had more steering in it. I just feel like they get off every corner better than I do.
Got a car up top.
That was some physics.
Got one outside now. Stay low. Still there. All clear.
We are going to get absolutely freight trained. This may be our worst finish of the season so far.
Got one outside now. All clear. All clear.
Can this thing not understeer into the wall? No, because of course it can. And then I get arca braked by Kevin Harvick, of all people. We're going to have to go to the back. that may make it so we can make it to the end. This car just doesn't have the speed, though. That's the problem. We're going to have to drop back a little bit here off Morgan Shepherd so we can make it to the inside. I'm not sure if that's going to make the cheater line very effective. What if I just ran around on the bottom? Is that a thing? That's not the turn. So I literally gained no spots using the cheater line.
Slow down.
No spots. Okay, so we're stuck in the back.
Still there. Car outside. Car outside.
Cheater line against the AI on a straight may be effective. Or not the AI, but the bad AI.
Car there is on the outside. Outside.
Just gonna punt Jeff Green out of the way because he's meaningless. I just feel like I'm down on straight line speed.
Still there. Clear all around. There to go, driver. There to go. All clear. Got one outside now.
Whoa.
Still there. All right, now you're clear.
Car slow on the inside, trying to make up as many spots as I can before. That's some physics. Brandon Brown is going to get to keep his 22nd spot because physics. 23rd in stage 1. And we just need to make sure that the green flag has the entirety of stage 2.
Green flag.
All in the name of track position.
Got one outside now.
Oh wait, I didn't even use the cheater line. What the hell's wrong with me? I was on the inside.
Car there is on the outside. Outside. Bottom lane is clear. Use it if needed. Slow down.
Okay.
Still there.
Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall. Get into Brandon Jones again, who may very well end up being our rival.
Still there. Car outside. Car
Unrealistically, I feel like the apron there, the dog leg, is slower when you're actually racing. That doesn't make any sense. We are up to 15th, though. Like, look at this. I'm on the back of Ryan Preece, right? Cheater line. Oh, that was our best lap ever. Maybe I'm wrong. That's some understeer into the wall. Rip. That's what? Yeah?
Yellow flag.
I've never seen that ever. I've never seen anybody get loose on the apron at Phoenix, ever. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Well, rip this race. Best we can hope for now is like a top 20. I know we have an entire stage 3 to go, but my goodness.
All right, be ready.
Might as well just stay up here. No, oh, we can make it to the bottom. We made one spot. Like, look at this. I can drive on the apron, and it got me loose. I don't understand. Alex Labby back here where he belongs, not wrecking us for 3rd place. Gonna punt Austin Cindric out of the way. And yet he still gets a better drive off the corner than me with his freaking rear tires lifted off the ground.
Hard on the outside. He's outside. Clear high, bud.
Miller, you gotta go, dog. Up into 21st. Gonna be diving down. That was some either brake lockup, and that's some physics.
Careful now, still there. Got one to go.
One lap to go, sitting in 21st. And Cindric sends me down to the apron, so we're just gonna have to punt Casgrala out of the way. And now the 01 has gotten to our inside. Joey Gase has straight line speed over us. Like, I don't trust this car anymore, man.
Nice drive in that stage.
20th. Yay. I'm beginning to lose faith. The faith is being lost. And of course we start on the outside, so we can't even make up a whole bunch of cheater line positions.
Have a good day. Stay sharp. Almost ready.
So we're just gonna sit up here in the average. Yeah? Sorry, NASCAR Heat. When somebody hooks somebody on their quarter panel, that's not what happens. Oh my God. So I misjudged it. I didn't mean to turn him. I am turning dead left to get to the bottom, right? His quarter panel happens to be in the way, which is what, it's a light part of the car. Like, it's got the strength to shoot me back up the racetrack like that? Get the hell out. This game and its physics. I swear. That's awful. I should hook him in the wall, and I should get to keep my spot. That's the way physics works. Like, I don't hook him. That doesn't, that makes actually no sense.
Outside.
Nice merge.
Draw clear up top.
Actually made up a decent bit of positions here. But here come the slow cars that are all faster than me as I punt car along.
Still there.
He's still losing it. I mean, everyone is faster than me.
Careful now. Still there. Car there is on the outside. Outside. You're going pretty fast. You're clear.
Yeah, racing dirty now. Yup, totally.
Careful now. Still there. Stay on the bottom here for me. Careful. Still there.
Oh, I didn't mean to turn Ryan Reed.
Still there. You're off your speed, driver.
Car Long is running the absolute bottom.
Clear high, bud.
Like, look at the understeer in this thing. Oh my God. I have to run the bottom, otherwise I'm...
No mistake.
And when I say the bottom, I mean the cheater line. I mean, I have to.
Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it.
Like I said, about 20th is what I expect here. There it is again. Even though you can run there everywhere else on the track, all this space down here, all of it. But sorry, that little bit right there is going to get you loose.
I need you to stay on the bottom right here. Still there. All clear.
Oh.
Hold your line. You got one.
Since when is Joey Gase fast? There it is again. There it is again.
Stay on the bottom here, folks. Still there.
Oh. Well, it's going to bring out the caution. But we're restarting on the outside. Because, of course, we are. I'm rather sick of this race. I'm rather sick of just... it feels like I'm down on power. It really, really does. Look at the start they got! Since when does Brandon Brown have the ability to run 16th? He was even higher up in the last race. Carl Long has straight line speed over me. There's the understeer. Up the racetrack. How many laps to go in this thing? 13! Oh my God, let it end! Understeer into the wall. I have no idea how this is the 5-star car. I'm just thinking that this is the game saying you can't have success. I bet you if we stayed in this car, this race next year, I bet you we're fast. Like, we can't even catch up to Brandon Brown. We are literally just a mid-pack car. We suck. Be lucky if we hold on to 17. We're not even going to hold on to 17. Look at the line they can run. How do they have the drive there? If I'm accelerating at that point in the track, guess what? This is happening. Oh, no, well, not this. I'm ready for this race to be over. Anytime now. Anytime.
To the green. Be ready.
Let's see. Can we make up even one spot using the cheater line? Nope. We draw side by side with Carl Long.
Car high. Careful now. Slow down.
How are we even 12th?
Stay on the bottom here for me. Careful. Still there. Outside.
What are those physics? Side by side, door to door. Guess what? I get loose. He doesn't.
Outside.
And then I got dive bombed by a freaking Flex Seal car. Look at how much speed they have over me. Look at this. Look at this. They say 5 laps to go. He's driving like that around the outside. I drove flat out nearly the whole way through the corner, and Ryan Truex stays flat on my bumper. Well, but you got to think, I get dive bombed in every single race. I dive bomb here in Phoenix. I dive bomb because my car literally has nothing. And there it is again. How did we save that? And Carl Long. And Carl Long. You know what, Carl Long? I've had enough. I've had enough. And the caution comes out for whatever reason, as I was literally going to T-bone Carl Long. If the game won't even let me exact revenge. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is one of the mindless races that happens in NASCAR Heat Evolution. Like, this race sucks.
Have a good day. ready here.
I have no speed in a 5-star car. I've got nothing.
Couple more turns. 2 more. 2 to go. Car there is on the outside.
Ryan Truex is apparently
Car there is on your inside.
freaking. I don't know. I don't understand. Like Carl Long, I don't get where Carl Long is getting this speed from.
Stay low. Stay low. Careful. Still there.
I think we may somehow get a finish way better than this car deserves. It sucks. Like, look at what I'm resorting to. Look at them. Like, they just have the grip to get the bottom of the track. Meanwhile, I try to drive off the corner and it just pushes up. Somehow, some way, we're gonna escape with 8th. No, Brandon Jones.
Nice work for the top 10.
Worthy finish. I had the NHL thing up there the whole time and nobody told me. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, took you. Raise your hand if he took you out your last race. Looks like a lot of hands. Christopher Bell, shut up and get off Twitter. My God. My goodness. Oh, Spencer Boyd. Yeah, real outspoken voice in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I didn't even know who you were before this game. Can't wait for this.
Hey, at times, you're gonna have bad weeks. Sometimes they fall, week after week. It'll be alright. Dig down deep. Get on to the next one.
Yeah, you're going to talk, whatever the hell your name is, Spencer Boyd. Denny Hamlin says, 10,000 fans, they're becoming a star. Woo. All the shitty cars, once again. Oh, we have a message from Chad Fincham, I guess.
Nice top 10. Every point matters.
Did they just go around to the different motorhomes of the Xfinity series and get different, just like record these with freaking cell phones, or what did we do here? We already have a rival in Joey Gase. Like, are you kidding me? Is it over yet? There we go. If it's a short track, we ain't doing it. Ooh, Auto Club. Can't wait to not have enough power at freaking California for the Service King 300. Welcome to our first trip to California Speedway for the Service King 300. It's not really called California Speedway anymore, but I'm calling it that anyway. Auto Club Speedway now. Ah, boy. Very much like Michigan International Speedway, a track we've had some success on. Let's hope the same thing happens here at Auto Club. All right, well, we're going to qualify at California. It's a fairly straightforward lap.
Time to go.
It's flat out, pretty much all the way around here. In fact, I'm fairly certain we should be able to, whoa, that steering offset is a problem. That is a definite problem. I'm going to change that for the race. Well, maybe not. If it means we can drive flat out all the way through these corners, then nope, probably not. I'll just deal with it in the back straight away. Like, it's even biting down on the straightaway. Nope, there's the understeer. My goodness, this is near undrivable. I guess this is why you practice, huh? Well, off turn 4, where are we qualifying at California? 10th. I mean, I'm telling you, we get better at qualifying every week. 39.8 was the pole. We ran a roughly a 40.3, so we're not that far off. I'm not really loving the fact that I can't keep the car straight, though. Joey Gase hasn't forgiven you. Watch out. Oh, yeah, I've given up on the Lions, Vince. 100% given up on the Lions. Giving up on the Lions and playing well. I'll still watch them, but pretty much just for the memes. Trying to make the move down to the inside, but Ryan Truex is becoming the bane of our existence. Blocks us. Honestly, the high side may be the better way to go, but McLeod's going to block us there. That was near wrecking. Like, I can't even run the car in a straight line. That's how bad this thing is. I can't even run the high line. I can't run the high line. It just, it understeers up there as well.
Stay up high here. Stay up high. Still there. Inside.
Yeah.
Top lane straight. Use it if you need it.
Oh man, I'm hoping the Lions can at least come through for me on Thanksgiving. They can finish 4-12 and win on Thanksgiving, and I'll be good.
All clear.
That'll be all. Car's good on the bottom. At least so it felt. Elliott Sadler's coming on strong because I can't keep my car in a straight line. Ate a big gap out of the back bumper of Ryan Truex. If we can get to the freaking lead, man, we may be gone. We may be absolutely gone. The corners, man, are just absolutely OP for us. Where is this speed coming from for them? And Sadler's gonna...
Stay on the bottom here for me.
Car looks very wobbly. Look at this. All right, I'm gonna let the car go right here down the back straightaway because there's a huge gap. All right, here we go. This is where the car wants to go. It won't even drive in a straight line. Oh, I may have just wrecked it. Well, I gave up the spot to Ryan Reed, but who the hell cares? There's not even an adjustment that we can make. I actually think the tires are not all the same distance away from the ground. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, look at the speed we have in the corner. I just don't have anywhere to go with it. And then they pull away. I may pit at the end of stage 1 if they don't to get track position. Ooh.
Still there.
Just power it around the outside. Just stick it in the gas.
Inside. Wow, that's fast.
Set a fastest lap. I'm getting run down by Ross Chastain.
Top lane straight here. Use it if you need
All of a sudden, this car has found speed. Not really sure where.
The car there is on the outside.
The car is very wobbly. And I'm not enjoying it at all. And, of course, Dylan blocks us. No, he does not. Well, all of a sudden, look at this. We are fighting Christopher Bell and Coleslaw Custer for the lead. If they leave the bottom open, I think it may be ours this time. Sending it in on Christopher Bell, but nowhere to go with a run. A podium spot if podiums were a thing in NASCAR. Ty Dillon making the move to the inside. Can't let him get there.
Still there. You're all clear up top.
That was poetry in motion. Right in between the two cars. How many laps to go on this stage? 2. Man, we might be able to get a stage win. If Bell leaves the bottom open, which I think he just did.
Clear high, bud.
No, he didn't. Got into the back of him a little bit. And once again, it may be us versus Christopher Bell. I just don't know if I'm going to have enough for him. Well, I entered low, which means I'm going to push way the hell up the racetrack and get a terrible run down the front.
Last time, you want good lap. Each one. Got one down.
And Ty Dillon.
Clear all around.
Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he dive bomb me for a stage win? Why? Why wouldn't he? He's making up maybe one more spot. Why wouldn't he dive bomb me for a stage win? Gonna hang on to fourth. Because Ty Dillon got impatient. Freaking Cup driver down here in the Xfinity Series for no reason. My goodness. I'm beginning to hate this car. We do get some points. No pit stops yet. I would risk it, but I don't want to be on old tires at the end of the race. I want to have the freshest stuff, so. Here we go.
We're going green this time.
See if we can actually get a good restart. Harvick crowding us up the racetrack.
Got one inside. Hold your line.
Ooh.
Hold me a good wheel here. Hold me a good wheel here. Need you to stay on the bottom right here. Right, careful now. Still there.
And everyone is flying past on the outside. I don't think so, Ty Dillon.
Car up top. Got a car high now.
And I couldn't block because the car doesn't want to turn.
Careful. Still there.
That doesn't make any physical sense.
Inside. Hold your line. You got one inside.
Well, it's going to force my hand. I'm going to stay out. 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel, fill the car up, and I think that may be our last pit stop.
Out there. Going green. Be ready.
Unbelievable. Well, that's not the way I saw this going. Freaking Nemechek, get out of the way!
Hold this line here. Car outside. Car outside. Clear all around.
Game physics ought to be a priority. Ha!
Careful now. Easy.
Clearly don't know 704.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Careful now. Still there. Car outside.
Stephen Light,
Hold your line here.
gonna block me.
Hold the wheel.
Give him a shot.
Careful. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
Now, if there's a caution and everybody pits here,
Outside.
man, I may be tempted. I mean, Morgan frickin' Shepherd driving me down to the apron. Unbelievable. Goes high, then goes low. Yeah, racing for Jesus, racing to kill somebody. Just move, please. Look at the speed I have on all these cars.
Clear high. All right, let's go. One lap. White flag is up. Car high. Careful now. Easy.
Of course, is going to come down the track on me.
All right, now you're clear.
I got nowhere to go. Compromises my run. Like, Morgan Shepherd, you're 60 years old or probably older, to be honest. Like, just get out of the sport. I can't even run this car in a straight line. I'm done. Move. Yeah, okay. That makes physical sense. Okay. Oh, what do you know? I rammed the back of him. He gets to keep his car in a straight line. Oh, what do you know, huh? Meanwhile, I touch the paint of the white line. Around we go. And, well, ball's in our court. Might as well just stay out. 95 on the tires. See if we can hang on.
The green flag in his hand. Be ready here.
Little race from the lead for the first time today. If we have clean track in front of us, I mean, I don't know what could happen.
All clear.
Big block. Wait until we get up to speed. Well. But see, here they come. Look at this. Here they come. I have no straight line speed. This track is racing like a super speedway right now, and I don't understand. Like, they're 2x2 all the way back. They're using the draft. I don't know what to do to hold this lead. I can't do this for 17 laps. We all know that. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Car outside. Hold your line here. Hold the wheel. Car high. Careful now. Easy. Stop.
Brandon frickin' Brown. Brandon frickin' Brown. Yeah, congratulations. You just killed 5 people. Don't have a choice. We're going to pit. Sticking his nose in where it don't belong.
We're going green this time.
Wait, that wasn't even Brandon Brown. That was Brandon Jones.
Ready.
Brandon Brown drives the white car. Nope.
Inside there, driver. Hold this
Recovery drive once again. Can't wait to get put in the wall by Stephen Light.
Stay up high here. Stay up high.
Look at them.
Careful.
Look at them. They're all fast. What in the world? Hey, Carl Long, maybe teach your driver to, I don't know, drive? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh, still there. I wave them guys off. Caution down.
And I was in front of Ty Dillon, and it gives Ty Dillon the spot. Oh, my dear Lord. This game tonight has rattled me in a new way. Phoenix was a disaster. Freaking California's been a disaster.
All right, be ready.
I don't know what to do.
Hammer down, man. Green down.
Can't wait for Chad Fincham to put me in the wall again.
Inside there, driver. Hold this line here. Still there.
Are you kidding me, Fincham? Give me room! He's like, I know how I'm going to defend him passing me. Just not give him the space on the outside. Just run my line.
Careful. Still there. Got one outside now. All right, 10 to go.
10 to go with this garbage.
All right, now you're clear. Clear all around. Hold your line. Stay up high. Stay high.
Just these slow
Careful.
cars.
Still there.
These slow cars. I shouldn't have to lift down the back.
Still Still there.
Can't wait to get blocked by Labby. Oh, he didn't block me. He just swerved at me and put me in the wall.
Got one down low now. Got one down low. It's inside. Got one down low now. Got one down low. It's inside.
Doesn't help that my car can't race in a straight line, but when he swerves at me and puts me in the wall, we're to the back again. This is the bad finish that we all knew was happening because this game just can't do anything. Can't do anything properly.
Be smart out there. Going green. Be ready.
Can't wait to get squeezed into the fence by Chad Fincham again. Whoever the hell that is.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Careful. Still there.
To the outside of Front Row Joe. Well, this is how it's going to happen, isn't it? I'm literally turning left. I am straight up turning left
Hold this line here.
to keep this car straight.
Inside, inside.
Otherwise, Front Row Joe was going to put me in the wall.
Still there.
Oh, Stephen Light gets to keep his car straight, huh? And then out. Oh, my God.
Low, it's inside.
This is undrivable. I can't keep the car in the straight line in a straight line. Especially when I'm just getting squeezed off every time.
The green flag.
This is unbelievable.
Be ready.
Like what NASCAR Heat did wrong to Texas, it's now moved to California. Like the AI just racing like you're not there.
Hold this line here. 2 to go. Careful.
Can't wait for it to get wrecked.
Still there. Got car up top. Got car high now. Clear high. Clear high.
Top 30 will be lucky.
Hard on the outside. Outside. Clear all around. Car outside. Hold your line here. Hold the wheel. Car high. Careful now. Easy.
It will be absolutely lucky.
Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it.
Top lane's free, huh? Yeah?
This time up. Stay on the
Ty
mark,
Dillon,
careful.
dive
Still
bombing.
there. All clear.
Again, Tommy Joe Martin's gonna cut my nose off. Ty Dillon with speed pushing off the corner. It doesn't make sense.
Careful. Still there.
Tommy Joe Martins doesn't know how to drive.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Well, a shambles of a race. Can't wait for all the rival trash talk after this one because nobody could race in a straight line. 104 speed rating. Get that. 104 speed rating. It doesn't get much higher than that. It goes to 105. That's it. I can race literally, I don't know what the hell speed rating even means. But speed rating, just it shows your overall speed. I couldn't have gone much faster. These AI here in the Xfinity series are flat out OP.